This changed my life, and if you let it, it will change yours as well. I was on a slow but steady decline on one of the most powerful MS drugs for over a decade. Sure, it stopped the relapses, but my quality of life? I saw where my life was headed, and it scared me to death. Now I switched drugs, and I'm on something far less powerful. But all my symptoms are gone. My pain, my fatigue, all of it, it's gone. It's all gone. My MRI even shows it. But it doesn't show how it feels. I have more energy than ever. It's hard to remember what fatigue feels like. So weird to remember managing stress. I don't even make sure to stay cool because heat doesn't bother me. Things should add up, but they don't. Long before things changed, I developed 4 life-changing habits that my life now revolves around. The first habit is ultraviolet B light exposure. When I started years ago, I was uneasy about it. I mean, another word for UVB light is UVB radiation. And that word, radiation, it's scary. I think we all instantly think of cancer. But all the worry was in my head. Study after study shows there is no correlation between narrowband UVB radiation and cancer. Sure, if I get too much, I might turn red and get burned. But that's an easy fix. My light has a timer on it. As long as I keep my 12 inches of distance, there's never a problem. Once I stopped worrying about that, I saw the truth. UVB light does something amazing. It creates a balance between inflammation and anti-inflammation. So my immune system doesn't attack my brain, but is still able to protect me from outside invaders like germs and bacteria. And I'm not special. It would be the same way for you. I'll put a link in the description to the UVB lamp I use. The second habit is weightlifting. To build muscle, my body needs to activate muscle stem cells. When that happens, it releases a protein that triggers another cell type, oligodendrocytes, to make myelin. And myelin is what's been lost or damaged when I first got sick and was diagnosed. Creating muscle changes everything. Instead of losing myelin, I now make it. It's life-changing. The true meaning of healing and repair. Nothing more needs to be said. The third habit is eating 1 meal a day, also known as OMAD. The whole reason why I developed MS in the first place was because of inflammation in my brain. And the daily cause of it is food. But OMAD stops it. It's hard to believe. It's so simple. But even though it's simple, it doesn't make it less true. There could be a problem if it's not done in the right way. The potential to make myelin only happens because I eat first thing in the morning. I learned that if I don't and eat later in the day, if the inflammation is still there when I go back to sleep, it will block myelin from being made. That leads me right into the fourth habit, sleep. This is important because myelin is formed during REM sleep. There's no magical way to force myself to go into REM sleep, but it's like that saying, a rising tide lifts all boats. Having better sleep overall equals having better REM sleep. To know how much I get, I track it using a Fitbit. It tells me not only how much REM sleep I get, but a whole lot more about different aspects of my sleep. I'll add a link in the description to the Fitbit I use. It's impossible to give a timeline for recovery. For me, it was a long 5 years before everything started going. Even though that's unfortunate for me, it makes sense. I had to figure all this out. So a lot of those 5 years was me spinning my wheels, going around in circles. Hopefully, this can give you a direction and focus to do it faster and recover quicker. Have I created any questions you might have? I'd love to hear from you. Here are 2 playlists of mine where I talk more about this.